Beaming down old television signals from outer space was a most ingenious idea.
Do you realize that we will be the first sixth graders ever to set eyes on the lost episode of Tarbox Moon Warriors? The only piece of TV so controversial, so ahead of its time,
that it was shelved before it even made reruns. That piece of trivia has grown somewhat stale.
Come on, Plusket. Let her rip. Electromagnetism. Gotta love it.
Zgripnik!
We've blown a fuse! Oh man, we are so dead!
McNally won't be mad at us. He is what you call a pussycat.
Pussycat, huh? We'll see about that.
Ever wished for a friend from outer space? Well, my wish came true. My school, the only place where being an alien is almost normal.
McNally. It's a thank you bouquet from Al's Electrical Repair for allowing the boys to blow the power in a 6-block radius. Glad to see you're on top of things. Little tip, McNally. I understand the burger guy at Biggie's Fry Hut just quit. You might want to update your resume.
Hi, McNally.
How am I supposed to do my job when every time I turn my back, you two are causing a citywide emergency?
Mr. McNally, if you just let me explain, there's a perfectly logical explanation. Tim.
Can we chalk it up to our keen sense of adventure?
It's not funny anymore. From this moment on, there's a new McNally in town.
I really don't think there's a need for...
Uh-huh. Unfinished French homework. Non-regulation junk food item. And what's this?
A most complex substance known as Gliforian Schnurf, mostly useful for creating alien spitballs. Why is it that heavy-heavians cannot tell a lie?
Nothing personal. Just doing my job.
26, 43, 8. 26, 43, 12.
Memorize it already. 16, Tompkins. 16.
I knew that.
Classroom. Now.
Hey, Plesky, what's with the babysitter? You've been a bad little space case again?
Good one, Jordan.
Babysitter?
Don't worry, Plusket. Some of us mature slower than others.
I am 301 heavy-heavian years old. I do not need a babysitter.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Plusket. Well, McNally's cool and all. It's just, apart from sneaking up on us all the time, what exactly does he do?
He never lets us listen to his shiny musical discs.
Or ride fast in the limo.
Or have Schnurf fights at school. In fact, it seems McNally excels only in the art of thwarting our 6th grade hijinks.
Face it, Plusket, he's cramping our style.
We will never be able to attempt our Tarbox experiment again, unless we can find a way to effectively evade him.
I think I have an idea. Yes! Operation Avoid McNally is underway.
Come on, Larrabee, hand over the science homework.
How many times I gotta tell ya? It's against Junior Woodlander regulations to cheat, loan, or profit from homework transactions.
Look here. Forget about him.
Going somewhere slick?
You got the stuff?
Yeah, I got the stuff.
I am somewhat skeptical of this crude Earthling technology.
Pluskett, I'm telling you, once we plant this thing on McNally, if he comes within 30 feet, beep-a-rama, we're in the clear.
The Barangi. Pluskett, I gotta say, I'm impressed. You've really pulled up your socks this week.
Tubular foot covering is clearly not part of my ensemble.
Right.
We can't lose.
It appears that way. Perhaps you could come by tomorrow before school. I have a feeling there might be something interesting on the television unit.
As Captain Lance Driscoll always says, remember the tar box, my son.
It's not that I don't like this job. I mean, I'm looking after the most popular kid in the world. But lately, I don't know. I'm starting to feel unchallenged. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, get a move on. You're gonna be late for school.
Just a minute. The television signal should be aligning with the heavy satellite in exactly 45 seconds.
All right, the VCR is set. Come forth, my tar box comrades.
Hey V, what you doing? What you got there? It looks like a tracking device made out of cheap plastic and smells kind of like super frosty Fruitios. Pluskett and Tim.
15, 14, 13, 12.
Oh no! McNally's onto us! Pluskett, you gotta turn this thing off!
I cannot! It is too late to override the satellite signal!
The tar box gag again. I should have known.
No, McNally, it is highly conductive! Do not touch them! McNally!
Where did he go?
Stay tuned, all you sci-fi headcats, for a 2-hour TV extravaganza of Tarbox Moon Warriors, 1958 Spaciest television hit with special guest star Robert McNally. The alien female seems strangely attracted to our new crew member.
Get it away from me!
This is most dire. We have mistakenly bleamed McNally into the Tarbox Moon Warriors television program.
Get it away from me!
Tim, we must do something!
Somebody out there!
Hold on, McNally!
Tim, he cannot hear us.
At least nothing bad ever really happened in 1950s TV. All those alien creatures are fake.
Yes, but you are forgetting one thing. Once this 2-hour television program is complete, the signal will be transported back into outer space, bringing McNally with it.
Hey, come on! Get away from me!
That means we have only until the end of recess to get McNally back. Otherwise, he's doomed!
You took the words right out of my mouth. I told that bodyguard of yours, no TV on a school day. And where is he? School starts in 10 minutes.
He wasn't feeling well, and he had to return to his bachelor pad dwelling.
Yes, he ate something weird, and he kind of disappeared, if you know what I mean.
Isn't it just like McNally to get sick without my permission? Well, since it's too late to call in any replacements, I suppose I'll have to take you into school today.
I do not know who is in more danger, McNally or us!
I don't think so. Much better.
If driving doesn't kill us, our music will!
Hang in there, McNally!
That's weird.
So I said to myself, am I dreaming? Who is this vision, this mirage of pure, unadulterated beauty?
Oh, I'm not that unadulterated. Now then, I'd like to discuss assigning Pleskett some additional French homework.
Pleskett, we gotta do something!
I can use my powers to reactivate the satellite, reverse the signal, and release McNally from this Tarbox calamity.
To the boiler room!
Oh, boys.
Skripnik!
Punctuality. Second only to hygiene. You two are late for class.
Now back to Tarbox Moon Warriors.
Don't worry, little buddy. I got you. Take that, you scum-sucking alien fiend!
Now, you fool! That was our medic and only chance of survival.
Oops.
What light through yonder window breaks? Miss Sputzman.
Your phrasing is off. There's a double pause between light and yonder.
As I was saying, class, Shakespeare was known in his time to be a true lover of romance and poetry.
Poetry is poetry. Overwrought theater is overwrought theater. Let's keep our medium straight, shall we, Ms. Weintraub?
Thank you again, Ms. Butzman. Perhaps you'd like to teach English class today.
Thought you'd never ask. Verb conjugation, the root of all good. Who'd like to begin?
Pleskett, when did you say McNally would be back?
Yep, Pleskett, way to wreck the day. We must retrieve McNally. There is a mere 15 minutes before he's bleamed into galactic non-existence.
26, 43, 8. 26, 43, 9! I forgot my combination! That's McNally's job!
Stand back.
Pleskett? Pleskett, where are you?
This way.
Hey, Space Case. Where's your babysitter today?
I assure you, his return is imminent.
In the meantime, why don't we have a little bit of fun?
Using powers in school?
I'll agree to give the TV back if Spaceboy here agrees to do my science homework for an entire year.
An entire year.
Pleskett, what is the meaning of this? And what did I say about TV and school?
We were wondering the same thing, Miss Butts.
I'll have to ask that clever Principal Grand what the appropriate punishment for this is.
Look, I know you're upset, Pleskett, but you have to quit this floating.
It cannot be helped.
She locked it from the outside. Isn't that illegal? Maybe I can break it down. You wouldn't happen to have remembered any of that Modu Quan McNally taught us, would you?
I took much pleasure in disregarding McNally's bodyguard tales.
If only he had been there to remember my locker combination or to scare off Jordan and his turd-watt flunky. Then we wouldn't be stuck here right now.
McNally was most helpful with such things.
Yeah, he wasn't so bad. Remember how his temples used to throb when he yelled at us? Or when he made us clean up that cow dung from the limo? Good times.
Tim, what if our attempts to retrieve McNally are unsuccessful?
Help! Somebody get us out of here! Help! Help! Help!
Over here! Get us out of here!
You know I can't overturn a detention.
Let me put it to you this way. If you don't break us out of here, Miss Butzman might become a permanent feature of our 6th grade class.
I was never here.
This is me at the Binder Twine Regatta back in '73. I won a first for my neat ends.
You haven't changed a pip's tweak, you devil, you.
Care for a tour before the bell?
Skripnik, we do not know where the Butzman hid the television unit. Of course. McNally was wearing a tracking device when he disappeared. It will lead us to him.
Crude earthling technology, huh? Look, I'm gonna find the TV. You meet me in the boiler room.
Captain Driscoll! The alien female has turned hostile! Great cosmic galaxies! We're out of ammunition!
Don't be so sure about that, Lance. It's time for Glyphorian Schnarf.
It seems young McNally is growing accustomed to our tar box ways.
He sure is.
Yes, I found it. The secret burial ground of confiscated stuff.
We have 4 minutes to save him, or McNally will be reduced to a lifeless molecule of floating space debris.
Come on, this is getting good.
Tim!
Get back, dollface. I know who to quan.
This is unbelievable. McNally's kicking Major Gator Bear butt.
While I do aspire to public office, the happiness of the children is my first priority.
I couldn't agree more.
Boys, you haven't completed your mandatory fresh air break. Wouldn't want those 6th grade bones to wither away from scurvy, would we? Insurance purposes, you know.
Sure, sir, but I just thought you'd like to know that...
We heard TV sounds coming from the boiler room.
Don't move a freckle, handsome.
Mr. McNally, you saved us. We're like a real family now.
Lucky the orphan boys never had an older brother.
No! He's my bodyguard, and I want him back! McNally? McNally, are you here? It did not work. McNally is lost forever.
Ahem.
McNally! We did it! We really did it!
Of all the hair-brained sci-fi craziness, this has got to take the cake. Have you ever smelled one of those gator bears?
Ah, Mr. McNally, I see you decided to show up for your afternoon shift. Bravo. Would you care to tell me what these two little miscreants have been up to?
Well, these guys have been up to nothing. They're just on their way to class. Right, guys?
Next time. I'll get you next time.
McNally, I feel that I must, well...
What he's trying to say is that we...
Don't sweat it, guys. I missed you too.
Come on, McNally. You have to tell us about the show. What's Captain Let's Driscoll really like? Is it true that he's only 5'3"?
Sorry, Tompkins. A true tar box never tells.
Foiled again.
And Bucky the orphan boy?
Nice kid. A little on the sweet side. No sense of adventure, you know. Don't get too comfy. You still have some explaining to do.
Though my bodyguard's mishap with the television unit was most for backling, it taught me many things. Sometimes on Earth, you do not know how much you will miss something until it is gone. Everything but the bugsman, that is.